we're at my father's house, and it has a big open grassy field at the back of it. And there are a lot of men around, but I'm only looking at him. And he's got this glowing, warm, sunny face. And he wants to take my hand and walk away from everyone else. And so we take a walk down by the river. And I just see the riverbank flowing gently. And there are trees around us, and it's a little bit chilly outside, but I don't feel cold. And he's kind of walking me on his arm. And it feels good to be there with him, but I'm also afraid because some part of me knows that it can't last. And we're all kind of being happy and throwing parties and trying to pretend like a war isn't happening. And he acts so calm all the time. And he laughs at me when I say that I'm afraid because he's so confident and young, but I think he's also a little bit afraid underneath all of it. And it's something he can't show. But he knows I see it too. And I think maybe that's why he likes to spend time alone with me. We like to imagine what it would be like if what was going on around us wasn't happening, if we could just be the two of us. And we go somewhere, maybe a garden, and we just sit there and look at each other.
We're going to count from 3 to 1 and go into the next significant event after this party, the next significant event, and just allow it. 3, 2, 1.
I hear a bunch of horses' hooves trampling up to the house. And I'm kind of in a panic because the boys all went away. They were called away. And he had to go with them. But we heard that they had been captured or killed. And so when I hear horses, I hear all these horses riding up. We think, how could this be if they didn't come back? So we're a little afraid because we're not sure if it's going to be them or if it's going to be a Yankee party coming to take our house. We don't know. And so we run outside because we hear happy cheers coming towards us. And I see Stuart with his big hat and his beard and his merry smile like he always looks. And I'm looking at all the guys, and and I see John, And I just start to cry because I thought he wasn't going to come back. And he's up on his horse and he just looks just as refined and beautiful as ever. And so I run up to his horse and he's laughing at me for crying. And he's saying, "What, you didn't think I'd come back?" And he's just reaching down to me off the horse and smiling at me. And I'm so happy, but I was also so afraid.
You're counting from 3 to 1. We're going to go to the next significant event after this one. 3, 2, and 1.
It's nighttime, and I can hear the crickets, and I can hear the stream flowing, the river by my house flowing. And it's really quiet. And we're sitting next to each other, just holding all four of our hands all together, huddled together. And there's some campfire further away from us and maybe some music playing, but we're not a part of it. It's just the two of us. And we're not really saying a whole lot. We're just kind of huddled together, holding hands. And I'm kind of shaking a little bit. And he puts his arm around me. And we both feel like something bad's gonna happen. Like maybe this will be the last time we're together. And I don't know how we can know that. But I just keep thinking that he's just a boy. And I don't really understand what all the fighting's about anyway.
You're doing great, Amanda. We're going to count from 3 to 1 and go to the next significant event in your life. 3, 2, and 1.
I get this sense like I rode a horse really fast through the night to get to Richmond. Because I had to be there. Because I had to see for myself that he was really gone, or else I wouldn't believe it. And there are all these people around, and I feel like I used to care about appearances, about my hair being just in place and everything, but I feel like I just rode like the wind to be here, and I don't care if I look unkempt. And I'm just wearing this black dress that's huge, and it's just in my way. But I have to walk up these really shallow marble steps to where his casket is. There's a piece of glass right over his face. And he looks just the same as the last time I saw him. And I can't even pay attention to anybody else who's there. I don't even know who else is there. I just feel like it's me and him for a second. I don't know how he can look just the same. Like I'm waiting for him to open his eyes. But he can't open his eyes.
Take in deep breath in. And exhale. We're going to release that moment. We're going to release that moment. We're going to go 5 years forward from that day, 5 years forward in your life. 3, 2, and 1.
I'm still living at my father's house. I feel like my hair's done up in some kind of net. Maybe I'm wearing a brown dress. And I feel like an old woman, but I'm not. And the war is over now, but our house used to feel like this happy place. We used to have all these people over and dancing and singing and laughter, and now the rooms just feel really empty. And my sister has tried to cheer me up. But I just don't know how to not feel heavy all the time.
And we're going to move forward now, Amanda, into the end of your life, into the end of this woman's life. And she's crossing over. What are her thoughts? What are her feelings? Any regrets? What is she feeling and thinking as she crosses over? 3, 2, and 1.
I wish that I could have had a child, but I didn't want a child with anybody other than him. And it's a relief, actually, to be gone. And I think maybe I'll find him again.